This bit is really appropriate if you're doing a driving test soon. Hello there, Internet. My name is Comedian, and that's just kind of stuck now. So yeah, today is another BTS reaction time. In fact, I'm continuing my BTS album reaction, which is, so far, it has been a pretty fantastic album. The last song I reacted to, especially Blue and Grey, was just fantastic. I'm always kind of blown away that BTS managed to talk about mental health, and just in ways that increasingly, impress me. You'd think that after a song like My Last or something by like Sugar, that, maybe that would kind of be it. But I guess love's been done pretty comprehensively in music, and no one's stopping anytime soon. And mental health has barely been addressed, so why not? That could be irrelevant because today's music song could be about eating a piece of cheese in the bath, for all I know, but we will find out together, unless you already saw it, in which case, deprogram yourself and forget it. I don't know. But I haven't seen this yet. I am here, fresh, blank, naive, a complete white paper slate of a human, to experience this with you on camera for the first time, and hopefully it will be enjoyable. For me, at least, anyway. So yeah, if you like the sound of that, don't forget to subscribe and check out my other reactions. I'll try and make a playlist soon, but if not, you know how to work YouTube. It's on my channel. So yeah, we should do this, right? Oh, and go to Patreon and give me money for run BTS reactions, but mostly because you like me as a person. Let's do this. Ooh, what a titillating intro. Very atmospheric. I like it. I like the soundstage. Oh, it's funky. The funk is coming in. The funk is being injected. This is very funky. Wait, lyrics. I was too busy funking. And very embarrassingly funking. Oh, this is nice. Nice sentiment. Aw, I like that. And it's cool because it goes into that... There's a term for it, which is very, very pretentious and specific, which I've forgotten. I don't know if I ever really knew, but there is a term for it, like the feeling of seeing other people and realizing that they have their own lives and souls and feelings and all that kind of gross stuff, and that they're doing their day just like you are. I used to get that feeling a lot as a kid. I don't know anymore. I think because when I was a kid I was quite happy, and now I'm quite neutral, I think, quite just nothingy. But I used to get that feeling quite a lot as a kid, and I feel like this goes into that. Out of many daily lives that are different, I like how it acknowledges the fact that, the human experience is so just, big words, bigness, splendidly, no, what do I like multifold, so complex, there's so many threads to it. I like that. Words. This is very relevant in 2020. For me, well, not diagnosed, although the tests are kind of... Anyway. Yeah, but are you floating in heaven or floating in limbo? Thanks to time I have an abundance to write this song. Well, good for you. Who is this? Who's singing? Sugar. I'm glad you feel so great about that, I had all this time. Arguably, I could have, tried to finish a book I started writing years ago. I could have done lots of things, but mostly what I have done is drink a little bit too much, make a few videos, and spend a lot of time on my couch, undoing any fitness goals I had last year. I guess I have been floating in the sense that I was horizontal on my couch, which is quite comfy. This song is for me! Hooray! Needless worries. For a while, put them down for a moment. I like that. I like that sentiment. Because I was just thinking earlier how part of my whole mental health cauldron, the whole crock pot of whatever I have going on right now, is that I always have a feeling in the back of my head, and it's not really anxiety, because I do get anxious about stuff, and I do have anxiety a bit, but it's not really anxiety. I think it's more like depression or whatever, but I just have this feeling in the back of my head, very faintly, that nothing is okay, that nothing really is okay, or that the world might end any second now. So I don't know. I know that sounds really drastic. It's not quite like that. It's just a kind of like, it's a slight sense of dread and unease. Because I remember there was like a year, like, 10 years ago now, where I didn't have that feeling. And I was like, oh, wow, life's pretty great. I'm pretty relaxed right now. So I wish I could put them down as easily as you suggest. But I shall try. Well, not all of us have the same memories. I think when they're talking about Small Line and Middle Emotion, they're talking about the GCF when they went to... I'm gonna have to look it up. Why do I rely on my brain for memories? Why do I should just pretend. I shouldn't ask questions of myself. I shouldn't ask anything of myself. I should just watch the video and nod and smile, and nobody would know any better. GCF in Taipan, actually. No, wait, is that right? Saipan. Okay, I'm glad I looked it up because that would have been embarrassing. Close-ish. Saipan, yes. I was gonna make a little jokey thing about the fact that, they have a memory of going to an island because they literally get to go to a place like Saipan and it's beautiful, and a lot of us don't. But, I shouldn't be cynical. Well, thank you for addressing that, Jungkook, because you have not been cuddling me much lately, just saying. This is a song BTS wrote about each other. So nice. Or maybe they wrote it about every single ARMY member. That's what we'd all like to believe. I wake up like a morning grass. Now, would that be in a traditional sense, as in, grass on a lawn, or would that be a morning grass as in a snitch, tattletale? I woke up like a morning snitch, and check for you as if you're in the mirror, as in looking over your shoulder because you dobbed him into the police. The big cheese is coming for you. I don't know words. I like that metaphor. Or, instead of sleep, my eyes are filled with you. And I love that he said instead of sleep, instead of like disgusting eye bogies. It sounds a lot more poetic. Heavily bruised knees are heavy again. From praying to the altar of this human. Oh, can I be your Beverly Hills like you did the same to me? Beverly Hills. Is that supposed to be Beverly Hills? Or is Beverly Hills an actual thing that I don't know about because I'm ignorant? It couldn't be the second one. That never happens. Oh, can I be your Beverly Hills like you did the same to me? I mean, Beverly Hills? Well, they are very much taking the road safety take there on speed. This bit is really appropriate if you're doing a driving test soon. But I get it. I think they're saying that, you kind of just have to take this year as it goes. You can't wish for it to go too fast because then you'll be missing out on what is still life, technically. Technically, we are all living right now. It's worth being reminded of. Might not feel like it, but we are all alive. But also, you don't want it to go too slow. You don't, Solid advice there for the pandemic. True. Unless you get a heart transplant during the pandemic. Hey. This is very upbeat. This, to me, as far as I'm concerned, is my version of Dynamite. I know obviously this wouldn't have charted as well. I understand why they made the song Dynamite. But this has the upbeat message I would want from it. It's got a very nice beat. Yeah, this is my Dynamite as far as I'm concerned. I might put this in my iTunes and rename it Telepathy brackets Dynamite Demo or something. Because I'm cool. Oh, we just have a little breakdown here. Now I wonder, there's got to be more lyrics, right? If not, I'd be shocked because I don't think, obviously I'm still new, so every time I say, oh, this never happens, people in the comments are like, this actually happens 7 different times on this EP, which is fair. But I feel like I've never heard a BTS song where it isn't crammed with lyrics at the end. They usually have so much to say. That's not saying that they didn't have anything to say for this, but I guess also there is technically 20 seconds of outro. But yeah, that's almost kind of like a retro thing, isn't it? Like the kind of fade out of the lyrics. I feel like that's something I noticed as a kid, that like older music had much more of a tendency of just kind of like slowly just fading out. Rather than just ending it, they were like, let's just keep the party going virtually, in our heads, keep the party going, but just fade it out. Just slowly turn it down. And it saves you having to write a whole outro and build down and everything. Yeah, words. More words. Lots of words for you for free, technically. Anyway, that was really, really cool. I'm actually shocked that Like, I normally come to BTS for lyrics, and they still had some cool themes there lyrically, but that was just a really fun, upbeat song. It had me grooving in my chair, which doesn't happen too often. Mostly I'm sitting here shaking anxiously trying to finish editing a video before, 12 p.m. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy my reaction to that. I'm going to keep reacting to the BTS B album, so keep your views coming. Redundant to say, I guess you're here already, and keep your comments coming, definitely. Keep the likes and subscribes coming, etc., etc. Don't forget to check out my Discord and my Patreon in the description. Hope you guys are having a lovely time, and you are warming up for some happy holidays. Not much for religion myself, but I did buy a Christmas tree this year, just to try and make my indoors feel a bit different. It kind of worked. Now I look over there and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's space that's been taken up in my apartment. That's cool. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great December. I will see you very soon for more fun on a camera. Yeah, and remember, if you like my reaction to this fun song, then click the subscribe button, because my channel goes on. We'll keep going on. Okay.